How's it going? Whoa! Stuff's falling all over the place. I'm Justin. I'm here to review Night of Champions for the year of 2014 of the WWE variety. So, let's get into it. Show starts off with the Usos taking on Gold and Stardust for the WWE Tag Team Championships. The Usos, I really liked the Usos back in the day. I did. I was lobbying hard for them to win the titles. I wanted it to be at WrestleMania. It ended up being a little bit before WrestleMania on a Raw, I believe. Just a little bit before WrestleMania too. But ever since, and for the first little while, I liked it. Started getting stale. It's not really their fault. It kind of is their fault, but it's hard to stay, relevant for a long time, especially in a division where all the feuds are basically just built on we're gonna have a match. Singles match first, this guy singles match, then they switch, and then it's the pay-per-view match. So it's kind of hard, but whatever. Gold and Stardust. Stardust, my dog. So I was looking for them to get the win. It was a good match. I liked the opener. I liked it as the opener, Get the crowd going. Gold and Stardust win. They are the new tag team champions. Usos looked super pissed. That's to be expected. Gold and Stardust get the cosmic key, boy. And they were celebrating like crazy after. So it was a good way to start. New tag team champions. Sheamus versus Cesaro was the next match. Looking forward to this match just because you knew it was just going to be a brawl. Straight up just going at one another. It started off kind of slow. It took a while to build up. Cesaro started hitting some sick uppercuts all over the place. Started picking up, especially the middle to the end was good, but the last, couple minutes, the very, very end segment, really damn good. Sheamus just getting wailed on, starts freaking out, tells him, come on, ends up hitting the bro kick. Sheamus ends up retaining his title. Cesaro, he's so good in the ring. It's just a shame that he doesn't have the charisma and character to kind of piggyback on top of that. If that ever happens, rocket ships, starships even. And then all of a sudden, Florida Georgia Line is coming out, and they were on commentary for Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. Literally, probably the first 5 minutes of this match, commentary was talking about their new single and their new album. I'm like, okay, this makes no sense at all. But they got involved later, showing their guns, pushing Damien Mizdow because he was getting all up in their face. I'm like, what is going on? This match itself, Ziggler and The Miz, they have pretty good chemistry. It's always going to be at least a decent match. The Miz ended up getting the win by a roll up, and he grabbed the tights. Pretty apparently, Dolph's tights were basically off. The ref, I didn't see nothing, man. He just slipped out his ass, man. You got that booty, just slip on out. But anyways, so The Miz gets the win. Good for him, because The Miz is my boy. I like this feud a lot, like I was saying in the preview or my prediction video. Just the stunt doubles, you know what I'm saying? I find it entertaining. Roman Reigns, obviously, they talked about how he had the emergency surgery, so his match versus Seth Rollins got canceled. Seth Rollins comes out, says that, emergency surgery is no excuse. He's going to give him to the count of 10, so they ring the bell, count to 10, call it a forfeit, and then he issues an open challenge to anybody for a match. All of a sudden, up on the big screen, you see a taxi roll up. Dean Ambrose jumps out, starts freaking out, runs out to the ring. No match ever happened, but it was just a brawl up and out over here. Security comes out. Ambrose runs across, jumps off onto all the security, takes all those guys out, up into the crowd all around the stadium. Him and Seth Rollins just having a good brawl. It's what these guys do, apparently. Finally, Triple H comes out, gets all the security to take Dean Ambrose to the back, kicking and screaming. They even tie his hands up. And then Triple H and Stephanie raise Seth Rollins' hand up on the stage. So if we couldn't get Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, good spot to bring Dean Ambrose back here. Makes sense. Pick up where they left off. We'll see where it goes from here. Maybe Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose will be one of the matches in the Hell in a Cell. We'll have to see. The next match, you had Big Show talking to Mark Henry in the back, getting him all pumped up, gives him a new singlet with, look at Cam Newton. Look at this guy. Crazy guy. But, with the American flag and all that stuff. Starts off with the national anthem, and they didn't interrupt it. It's just one of those things where how much do you want to do to what's worth it, you know what I mean? But for the way this is going, and I mean, after the national anthem, the crowd was into it. Like, pumped up, cheering on Mark Henry. Could you imagine if halfway through the anthem, Rusev's music would have hit? Could you imagine the heat that match would have got? That easily, in my mind, gives it more heat than it would have than to start with the anthem and get everyone pumped up. But they didn't go with it. Not the worst thing in the world. I just kept waiting for it. It was just one of those things where you're just sitting there like, oh, it's going to happen. Oh, and then it didn't happen. And then I was like, oh, the crowd would have been bonkers if that would have happened. But Mark Henry versus Rusev, they were giving it main event segments and stuff. Nothing really too special. I mean, yeah, they went outside the ring. They were brawling a little bit. There's two big dudes. Rusev hit some cool moves because that dude's athletic. He just hit some flying spin kicks and hit a super kick outside of the ring onto Mark Henry. Hits another big kick and ends up making Mark Henry tap out to the Accolade. I predicted Rusev would win. I just think and I don't know for sure, is the end goal John Cena Rusev? Like, is John Cena the top American guy that they're gonna go with, or is there, is the natural progression now to go on to Big Show and then beat Big Show and then move on to, I don't even know, like, is it John Cena? I guess that would kind of make sense. Is it Hulk Hogan? Oh yeah, give Rusev versus Hogan, brother. So I just don't know where they're going. I mean, you can see where they're going with them. You're just going to keep beating dudes until it gets to a point. Will it be a WrestleMania? Like, I just don't see who they're going to do. Brock Lesnar, hopefully. Yeah. No, but so I'm interested to see where it goes. And like I was talking about in the prediction video, if it got to Rusev Cena, what would the crowd dynamics be? I mean, the whole patriotic thing got everyone to go buck-ass wild for Jack Swagger. But would it be enough to get him to cheer Cena? We'd have to see. But Rusev gets the win. Chris Jericho versus Randy Orton. This match is basically what you're expecting. It's Chris Jericho versus Randy Orton. The match was good. Of course you knew the match was going to be good because of the guys in it. The problem was there's no story, no feud. There was no real consequences. There's no reason to care who won or lost, for the outside people, other than like big Chris Jericho fans or big Randy Orton fans. So it was, I don't know. I liked the match. It was pretty good. You had the end spot, not one of the best. Chris Jericho was already his knees were already on the ground, and then he RKO'd him, and you could just see it coming from a mile away. It's a cool spot when done correctly, but let's be honest. You're never going to be able to recreate the perfection that was the RKO on CM Punk at WrestleMania 27. So I don't know why we're still trying. Especially like this one where he's just standing there. And Randy Orton's been standing up 10 seconds. So he turns around and he's still going, whoa. And what move was Jericho going for? The fucking dolphin? What are you doing here? He's going to do, what's that going to do? That's my favorite thing is when people try to do the dolphin off the top rope onto Randy Orton. What are you guys doing? Oh, but Randy Orton gets the win via the dolphin. My boy. Oh, we need to get the dolphin trending. I'm going to start wearing my dolphin shirt every time I review. I have a shirt with some dolphins on it, so when I wear that, you'll know it's a Randy Orton review. But Orton gets the win. The dolphin. Man, you can't stop it. Then you had Divas Championship, Paige, Nikki Bella, AJ Lee. Nikki Bella looking hot as hell. Raise your hand if you're surprised. Nikki Bella was looking hot as hell. I was not. Paige and AJ, they've got their thing going on. I think Paige even yelled, "Why don't you love me?" at one point. So that's just going down a path. I don't know where it's going. This wasn't that bad of a match, to be honest with you. AJ Lee gets the win. She gets Paige to tap out. Paige was smacking that ass, tapping out. I was like, that's odd. I'll tap out all day if that's the case. AJ the champion again. Love to see where this goes. No interference from Brie. She had a backstage, interview, but nothing really came of that. So we'll have to see where these guys split off. Obviously, Paige gets a rematch against AJ, so it's like the 17th match between them. Maybe now. Nikki versus Brie in a cell? Book it. But yeah, so we'll have to see where all these guys split off and go. The Dolphin, man. You can't stop the Dolphin. I can't get over the Dolphin. Oh, if that was a touchdown, that is greatly going to help my fantasy chances. Thank you, Greg Olson. Woo! Anyways, let's get to the main event. Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Started off, Brock Lesnar whooped some ass. John Cena countered, hit a quick AA. So basically, reverse spot from SummerSlam where Brock hit the quick F5. Brock kicks out of the AA at 1. He's like, nah, hell no. John Cena got a lot more offense, and obviously you knew it wasn't going to be another complete beatdown. Even though you could say that John Cena beat down Brock Lesnar much more so than anything, which made no sense, because obviously in a month John Cena became a freaking master of athleticism and the fighting. It doesn't make any damn sense to me. All of a sudden, Brock hit a lot. Brock did hit a lot of suplexes. He was smacking him. Got the Kimura in a lot. John Cena hit 4 attitude adjustments, like the STF 2 to 3 times, and he kept dragging him back and put it on again. Drag him back and put it on again. And I'm like, what the? Like, Brock Lesnar, what are you doing? Now he's just like a defensive master, looking like a kakuna out here. Just, comment down below. Hashtag kakuna. If you spell it right, you're the Grand Master. But yeah, so now Brock Lesnar, instead of being this offensive force of just going crazy, he's just unstoppable as on defense, and just nothing can hurt him. 4 AAs? No, that's fine. He's been in the AA 7 times? That's fine. He gets hit with another thing in a second. So it looks like John Cena. It doesn't look like Brock's about to tap. Michael Cole JBL, he's about to tap. Bitch. You know that ain't true. He was about to throw him around, like toss him out the ring. But all of a sudden Seth Rollins runs in, breaks it up, rings the bell, so it's a DQ finish. Hits John Cena with the briefcase. Looks to cash in on Brock. Sees Brock kind of wobbling. Boom, curb stomp. Goes out. Crowd's like, this might happen. Gives it to him, says, I'm cashing in. The bell does not ring, though. John Cena grabs him. Seth Rollins books that, hightails out of there. And, John Cena's, oh, I can't believe it, man. You're a fool. And then Brock Lesnar says, fuck 4 F5 or AAs, 7 STFs and a curb stomp. Bah, F5. Lays him out, grabs his title, heads out there. Clearly, so basically, kind of a stupid end to what was going pretty well as a decent match. Like I was having a good time, except for the fact of Brock Lesnar the Kakuna. Comment below whether it's not even a word. Comment below whether, that's the word I'm looking for, whether, not rain, but whether you more prefer Brock Lesnar the Kakuna or Randy Orton's Dolphin defending skills. Clearly it's just going to be Brock Lesnar versus John Cena Hell in a Cell. I still get Brock Lesnar as champion. I get more Brock Lesnar matches. I'm not complaining. If you're complaining, that's you. I complain about a lot of Daniel Bryan shit that y'all are hippity high on. So hey, let us hate on each other together. But let me know what you thought of Night of Champions down below. I'll probably do a Raw review tomorrow, so I'm sure you'll see me then. Salute, all salute. Y'all see Falcons whoop that ass on Thursday. I'm just saying. But hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Subscribe, like this video. Let me know what you thought down below. Your champion still, Brock Lesnar.